Hi everyone, this is the first part of a 6-part series on strengths and superpowers of those with ADD, ADHD. And I talked in the intro video about how this is a term that is being renamed now into VAST. So variable attention stimulus trait has a lot better ring to it than deficit disorder. Wouldn't you agree? So the first trait that I want to talk about is curiosity. So people with this trait are actually quite curious. We tend to be endlessly interested in learning new things. We want to try everything. We want to, we read an article about something that interests us, and then we follow all the links in the article that interest us as well. We go deep into a subject. We want to learn all about yoga or nuclear physics or the neuroscience of resilience, just to name a few. So when you have a workforce that is highly curious and wants to continue learning, it is important for you to realize that the kinds of tasks that you give to or assignments that you give to someone with a vast mind should be ones that have some stimulus to them. They should have some challenge to them. If you give people with this vast trait tasks that are pretty mundane and pretty boring and, could be automated, they will try to automate them for you rather than actually do them. If you do some, with highly repetitive, highly just tasks that are quite boring, I have survived jobs before as admin assistant, and I have to admit it was like, please just poke my eyes out right now because this is a painful job. So try to give your employee, this particular type of employee, tasks that are going to challenge them intellectually and, maybe in other ways as well, that challenge them to learn new things. I was an operations manager at Medtronic for many years, and I think I lasted 11 years in the clinical research field for a medical device company because every 3 to 6 months we had a new project coming on board. And so we had a number of different projects. It was a portfolio of different clinical research projects because typically clinical research has many different phases of a project. And so I never just had one project. Typically I had between, a dozen and 17 different projects. Fortunately, I wasn't running them all by myself, but I think the reason I never got bored in that job was I always had something new to learn. It was great in that way. And so I excelled in that job, partly because I always had some new things that I was learning, kept it really interesting, despite the bureaucracy of clinical research. So curiosity, that's the first trait.